If you're looking for the perfect recipe to try out during the weekend, try out this easy, simple, and very delicious naan bread recipe, which is going to turn out amazing, just like mine. My naan has turned out soft, it's fluffy, and very delicious. So I hope you'll be giving this recipe a try. And the best part is enjoying the naan while still warm. To make this delicious homemade naan recipe, you'll need a few ingredients which are going to be very basic. So check out the description box for the full recipe. In a jug, you're going to add in water, lukewarm water that is. Then next you're going to add in your instant yeast and sugar. Stir in the instant yeast and sugar into the water, and then you're going to let this sit for around 5 minutes until you notice bubbling on top or until the yeast blooms. If you notice that your yeast is not blooming, that means that it's not fresh. So you're going to buy another packet of instant yeast and then you're going to make this delicious naan. Mine is already bloomed. In a mixing bowl, you're going to add in your flour, a teaspoon of salt, yogurt, that is a third cup, 2 tablespoons of cooking oil, and add in my yeast mixture into the bowl as well. Go in with your hands and mix everything until fully combined. Then you're going to knead the dough for around 5 minutes. The dough is going to be very easy to work with because it's not sticky at all. So follow the recipe and then you're going to make some awesome, very fluffy naan. If you happen to add in a lot of water, just sprinkle in some extra all-purpose flour to your dough and then knead until the dough is not sticky at all. The best part about the recipe is that you can double up the ingredients or even triple and make lots of naan bread for your family or for your guests. As you can see, after kneading for around 5 minutes, the dough is not sticky at all. After 5 minutes, you're going to add in 1 teaspoon of cooking oil and then spread the oil on the dough. This will ensure that the dough will not dry out while resting for 1 hour. So once done, you're going to cover and let this sit in a warm area for around 1 hour or for around 30 minutes to 1 hour. Yes, I'm going to be placing my dough in the oven because I had used the oven earlier on, so it's going to double up in size very fast because the oven is still warm. So if your kitchen is warm, just keep on your countertop and wait for around 30 minutes to 1 hour. This is after 1 hour and my dough has doubled up in size, so I'm going to punch my dough in the middle and then I'm going to transfer to my countertop. I'll start off by sprinkling some extra all-purpose flour, just a tiny bit, and then I'm going to knead the dough for another 1 minute. As you can see, the dough is not sticky at all, so it's going to make very awesome and delicious naan. After 1 minute, I'm going to divide the dough into around 8 pieces. And using the palm of my hands, I'm going to tuck in the dough just like this and place aside. Dust your fingertips as you're working with the dough. If you notice that it's sticking a little bit, also make sure that the pieces of dough are even. And once you're done nicely shaping your dough, it's time to make our naan. So I'm going to pick a cast iron pan and place over medium-high flame. The recipe is going to be very fast. So now because my dough is ready, I'm going to use a rolling pin and roll out the dough. I'll start off by sprinkling some flour, pick a piece of dough, and then roll out using my rolling pin. The shape doesn't have to be defined. All you have to do is roll out the dough by evenly spreading the dough. Once your pan is hot, you're going to transfer your dough on the pan carefully, and then you're going to wait for the dough to cook as you roll out the next piece of dough. So it's going to be very fast. And as the dough is cooking, it's going to puff up and make very large air pockets, so be careful. So I'm going to be spreading some garlic and coriander butter to my naan, which is going to add in so much flavor. And wow, just look at this. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to transfer to a plate and cover with a kitchen towel so that my naan doesn't dry off while I make the rest. Start off by sprinkling some flour to your countertop. Place your dough on both sides on the flour and roll out. As you can see, the recipe is very easy. Watch over your naan as it's cooking because it's going to puff up really fast so that the naan doesn't burn. And when you are almost done cooking your naan, you're going to place a small pot over medium-low flame. Transfer in your butter. And as the butter transfer in your butter, and as the butter is melting, you're going to grate in 2 cloves of garlic, which are going to add in a very nice flavor to our naan. Adding coriander to your butter, and using a spatula, you're going to stir in the butter, coriander, and garlic until the butter is fully melted. Cook the butter for at least 30 seconds, and once the butter is fully melted and everything is very fragrant, you're going to put out the flames. Delish. And this is how my naan is looking, and it's looking very delicious. Super fluffy and also very hot. And then I'm going to be brushing my naan with my garlic butter, which is looking very delicious. And the butter is going to add in a very nice flavor to the naan. We're going to use a kitchen brush and brush in the butter. And wow, just look how gorgeous the naan is looking. So I'm going to keep aside, and then I'm going to brush each naan with the garlic butter. Because the naan is still hot, the butter is going to seep into the naan, and it's going to be very delicious once you take your first bite. I can't resist, so I'm going to have a bite. Wow. So fluffy, very light, and the butter is just spot on. So this is a recipe worth trying because it has been around 15 minutes of cooking my naan, and it has turned out absolutely amazing and delicious. The naan is also well salted. You can actually taste everything, and it's just delicious. So this is a very simple recipe that you can try at home, maybe over the weekend, and everyone is going to enjoy some naan. So I'm going to be plating my naan over some butter chicken that I made earlier on. You can check out the recipe up here or in the description box. Catch you on my next episode.